Hi, welcome to your channel, Generous, Gracious, and Gallant. I'm your host, Dr. Ghosh, and I'm back today with another very transformational video for all of you. The video I bought for you today, my friends, is about Mandolin Slade, or as she was popularly known as Mirabehn, a British supporter of the Indian independence movement who in the early 20s moved from England to live and work with Gandhiji. She devoted her life to the advancement of Gandhian principles and Indian independence. She toured the West and spoke to the West, especially British and USA authorities, about self rule for India. She established Kisan Ashram in Haridwar. She post independence worked on deforestation in the Himalayan areas and returned to England in 1959 and relocated to Austria in 1960 and spent her last days in the advancement of Gandhian principles and met her maker in 1982. She was awarded the Padma Vibhushan by a grateful government of India in 1981. I'll be sharing more details about her shortly on the video. But before that, I wanted to wish all my viewers a very happy and prosperous New Year 2024. Today is 1st January, and before I go on to the video, I'd like to share with you that today on the channel we have got over 1232 subscribers, 40,000 views, and 408 videos already uploaded. In the previous year, you have supported me tremendously. I got in the previous year 225 subscribers, 11,300 views. I uploaded 61 videos. I got 351 likes, 59 comments, and 54 shares. I thank all my subscribers from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And today, on 1st January 2024, I wish you a very happy and prosperous new year. Now, coming to our video on Mandolin Slade, or Mirabehn as she was popularly known as. Before I proceed with the story, I would like to request you to kindly subscribe to my channel, share the videos, and ensure that we welcome more members to our family of subscribers. Coming back to Mandolin Slade, she was born on 22nd November 1892 to Rear Admiral Sir Edmund Slade and Florence Mandolin. She had a sister Rona. Her father, Rear Admiral Sir Edmund Slade, was an officer in the Royal British Navy and CNC of East Indies Squadron. He later became the Director of Naval Intelligence Division in his career. Much of her childhood was spent with her maternal grandparents who had a large country estate, and at an early age she fell in love with nature and became an animal lover. She loved horses and was an expert equestrian. At 15, she took to the piano and was passionate about Ludwig van Beethoven's music and became a concert manager. During a trip to Europe, she met Romanian Roland, a French mystic and Nobel Prize winner in literature, who had just written a book on Gandhi, who he described as another Christ and one of the greatest figures of the 20th century. She returned to England and read Roland's book on Gandhiji, which convinced her to become a disciple of the Mahatma. She later in her life recalled, "I could not put it down." She referred to the book. "From that moment, I knew that my life was dedicated to Gandhi." She prepared herself and dedicated herself to a life of an ascetic by studying material on Sabarmati ashram, adopting a strict vegetarian diet, and learning how to sit and sleep on the ground. 1924, she wrote to Gandhiji and sent 20 pounds to him towards the freedom struggle. Gandhiji gave her a year to prepare herself, and she continued to train herself for an ascetic's life by giving up alcohol, learning how to spin and weave wool. She subscribed to Young India, whose writer was Lala Rajpat Rai in 1916, and she read the Bhagavad Gita and Rig Veda. She arrived in Bombay on 6 November 1925 and stayed on in India for 34 years. She devoted 34 years of her life to Gandhian principles, Indian independence, and Indian environment. Gandhiji named her Mirabehn after the Indian Rajasthani poet and ascetic Mirabai. She attended the first annual Congress meeting in 1925, December of 1925. 1926, she spread in Sabarmati ashram, cleaning the ashram, taking care of other people, and lending a motherly hand to all the disciples of Gandhiji. 1927, she decided to tour all the ashrams across North India. After returning to Sabarmati, she took a vow of celibacy, wore a white sari, and kept her hair short. 1929, she visited Shanti Niketan and met Guruji Rabindranath Tagore. She accompanied Gandhiji in the Round Table Conference in 1931. Lord Wellington, the Governor General of India, Viceroy, arrested Gandhiji on his return from the conference, and Mirabehn took to preparing reports as to how many people were arrested, where they were, and other intelligence activities against the British Empire. She was arrested for this activity and jailed in Arthur Road Jail. She was subsequently released and she went to Bombay, much against the wishes of the British Empire. She was arrested again by the British Army authorities and transferred to Sabarmati jail in Ahmedabad along with Kasturba Gandhi, who was the wife of Gandhiji. 1934, post her release, she toured the West to promote Indian independence. She toured London, Wales, Lancashire, Newcastle, met British Prime Minister David Lloyd George and future Prime Minister Winston Churchill. She then carried on to the US and in 2 weeks met and addressed 22 gatherings and 5 radio shows. She also met the First Lady of US, Eleanor Roosevelt. She returned to India and set up Sevagram Ashram and worked in Orissa to resist potential Jap invasion in 1942 by non-violent means. August 1942, during the Quit India movement, she was arrested and put in Aga Khan Palace in Pune. It was in this year that Kasturba Gandhi met her end at the Aga Khan Palace in Pune during her imprisonment. Post-release, she set up Kisan Ashram in Haridwar and tended to cows, buffaloes, and supported the farmers in their day-to-day activities, including first aid medication. 1946, she moved to Pushpalok, which she witnessed during India's struggle, the Simla Conference, the Cabinet Mission, the interim government, the Constituent Assembly, partition of India, and the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. Post-independence, she settled down at Bhila, Nagana in 1952 and set up Babugram and Gopal Ashram. She also spent some time in Kashmir and saw firsthand the much deforestation which was happening in Kamau and Garhwal and the impact of this deforestation leading to large floods in the Indian plains. She wrote an essay, Something Wrong in the Himalaya. She warned the Indian authorities against deforestation, but the authorities did not pay heed to her. It is part of her efforts that much later that the Chipko movement started protecting trees in the Himalayan region. 1959 she moved to England and 1960 she moved to Austria to spend time in the land of Beethoven's music, who, as a young person, she was much influenced by. She continued to live a simple life. She spent 22 years in multiple small villages in the Vienna wards and died in 1982. During this period in Austria, the Indian embassy there was given strict instructions by her friend, Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, to take care of all her needs. 1981, she was given a Padma Vibhushan by a grateful government of India. She played a major role in translating Gandhiji's autobiography into English and correcting the grammar and English in Gandhiji's autobiography. She wrote multiple books and essays. Mirabai's autobiography is The Spiritual Pilgrimage. She published Bapu's Letter to Mira. She wrote New and Old Glennings and Beethoven's Mystical Vision. A Gandhian, an environmentalist, Mirabehn, the British high society lady who worked entirely for Indian independence and lived a Gandhian life for the upliftment of India and its poor people. It is said when she was in India, someone asked her about her name and she said, Mandarin Slade? I don't know who that is. I am Mirabehn and that is what I like to be called and addressed as. If you call me Mira, I will answer to you. Friends, a freedom fighter, a Gandhian, a person who worked for the upliftment of the poor and downtrodden in India, an environmentalist, Mirabehn, a Britisher who worked for India's independence. This video is a small effort from my side to pay homage to her memory. Friends, once again, I like to request you to kindly subscribe to the channel, and I wish all my subscribers and viewers a very happy and prosperous 2024. Today is 1st January 2024. I hope and pray that you have a very happy, prosperous and fantastic 2024. I will be back shortly with another video on your favorite channel, Generous, Gracious and Gallant. Till we meet again, good luck, all the best, Happy New Year!